Hey guys, welcome to Letters from the Principal. You are tuning in to Season 2, Episode 3, Prom Queens and Pregnancy Tests. This one is one that is near and dear to my heart, guys, so you're going to hear me talk a whole lot, probably more than ever. I'm your co-host, Mary Almonte, and I'm going to kick it over to Des White to tell you a little bit about what's in store this episode.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. Welcome. This episode, we are talking about an epidemic that I am not sure, like the statistical numbers on where we are with it now. I know I'm a millennial, so when we were millennials, it was definitely a big thing. MTV has made billions of dollars on the concept of being a teen mother. I am not a teen mom. I know of a lot of teen moms. And, when we were coming up, being a teen mom could sometimes be like a life sentence. If you got pregnant, it was just like, throw your life away. And that's just not how it is now. I know that our guest is going to be able to really dig deep into that. Mary, as well, has lived this life. And, it's not a life sentence, guys.
No.
Not at all. It's no longer there. And I will toss it to Kim, who is going to lead this conversation.
Thank you, guys. Welcome to our guest, Katherine Nunez. Let me just first do a brief intro.
Thank you.
Katherine, and before I even get into Katherine's story, I just want to piggyback off of but wait, before I even go there, as we were opening up this show today, I thought for a second, I felt so grown. This is the most grown-up podcast I've ever done. I feel like a grown... Yes!
I mean, what define grown? Because we lit over here.
No. Why is grown a bad thing?
I don't know.
Grown's not a bad thing. No, I just feel so grown.
I love that for you.
I do too.
Is that like a good grown feeling?
Absolutely, because I do feel like when it comes to content, and when it comes to a lot of the content that I do in terms of podcasting, I feel like I have aged out.
Wow.
And I don't know if I always feel comfortable in those settings.
Yeah.
Even though, because, I work in a male-dominated industry.
Yes.
All those men is older or the same age as me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But
men can age,
here,
women can't.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But to sit here to have these conversations just about mothering, right? But from our perspective, I think it's just really, really good thing. So thank you for including me on.
Of course. And
you're needed.
You can never age out of being a legend.
Right. And you can never age out of being a mother.
Boom.
Never.
And those two things you have checked. So, girl, we good.
Without further ado, our guest today, Katherine Nunez.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
It's like a podcast trade-off too, because
I
I just did your podcast.
Yes, you did. And I was so happy that you came and, told your story on my platform. And I think your story is amazing. You inspire so many women. So you inspired me to become a producer, to just be a boss.
Thank you.
So
thank you. But plug your podcast real quick, Tales of a Latina.
Yes, my podcast is called Tales of a Latina. It's out now on YouTube, season 1. And we're on episode 3 now. Episode 4 will be dropping next week. And yeah, I'm really excited. And you guys got to tune in. We got Kim Osorio. We got Black Rose, who's a comedian from Harlem and Washington Heights. And my girl, Jenny Jen. She's a rapper, artist, and just a lot of dope people. It's going to be dope.
And I love to see you doing that, especially after, how Des opened up this conversation about being a teen mom and that not necessarily being a life sentence.
Yes. In high school, when I had my baby, I was 16. Right. I had so many of these dreams that I'm currently doing right now. I wanted to be an actress. I was prepping to be in the high school play. But once they found that I was pregnant, they were like, you can't be on stage, with a belly. It's dangerous. They made it like a thing. That was the first time where I was like, damn, my pregnancy is already getting in the way of my life. But, it was a journey. It was something that it was a learning experience for me, right? Don't ever let yourself get too vulnerable at a young age. I was very vulnerable. I was naive. I didn't have my father growing up, so I didn't have somebody telling me, hey, don't talk to boys so much, focus on your goals. I was focused on my goals, but I got distracted very easily too. But I did it. I pushed through, and I feel like I didn't let that stop me from doing everything that I wanted to do. Like, did it take a little longer? Yeah, but
It's funny that you say that. Did it take a little longer? Because in hindsight, sometimes I'm like, well, if I'd have had my kids earlier, I could have got to living much quicker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, yeah. I never thought about it that way.
It's a reverse. When you get to, when you get older, you get to be my age, right? You look at it like, well, damn, y'all took a lot of my good years, But if you pop the baby out at 16, you could get back to life at 32.
Yes. I mean, I got back to life at like 26. I was like, I'm not going to stay, out of commission for too long. Because you could like let being a mom become like your end all be all. And you can get consumed with like being the best mom ever. But you can't be the best mom if you're not the best you first. Like, you got to take care of you. And that's something my grandmother always used to teach me. My grandmother and my mom was like my babysitter.
Right.
And like, my grandmother used to always tell me, before you even start with the kids, go to the bathroom, brush your teeth, take a shower, get ready, and look good. Don't come out here looking ugly.
Your kids let you do that? Your kids let you do that? Go to the bathroom and get yourself together?
Well, the thing is, I had a village in my house. Like, we all lived. So I lived with my mom. I lived, and then my grandmother lived down the street, and then I had my godmother and my uncles, and like everybody was nearby. So although I was a young mom and I felt like it was the end all be all, it really wasn't. My uncle, like, he was the first one that told me, you're not the first and you're not the last. We're here for you. We have your back. My family definitely supported me because they saw that I had so many dreams and goals. Like, before I got pregnant, like, I was doing all the things to be where I am today. I just, I don't know how to say it.
Sidetracked
for a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
But I always stayed on the back of my head like, oh my God, I can't let this dream go. Like, and then I had another baby at 21. So now I'm an adult, but I'm still like a young adult, 21. You're supposed to be in college, drinking, celebrating, going to the clubs. I wasn't doing those things, because I had to be a mom. So I was in college. I was working a full-time job. And, I would hang out when I could. Like, if my mom said you could go out today, you could have a day to yourself, I would go out. But it wasn't all the time, and then it wasn't until I moved out of my mom's house that she was like, I'll, bring the kids over, because she missed me. She missed the kids. So she would take them for the weekend, and I could like hang out a little bit more and had a little bit more freedom. But I still didn't want to have that much freedom that was like without a purpose. Like, I was like, well, I have freedom. What am I going to do with this freedom? Like, I have to do something productive. And I started just working in nightlife. And, I didn't start working in nightlife till later, till like I was 26. While I had my kids, I worked at a law firm. I worked as a secretary. I was a makeup artist. I hustled and I grind. And then I did some college, but I didn't finish. Right. But I lied to my mom and I told her I was still going to school, and I wasn't. I started working full time.
Mom is here, but thank God she's not listening.
No, whatever. But yeah, it was a journey. Like, I just got by. I just knew I had to make it happen, and I had to do whatever I needed to do to take care of my kids and also help my mom out, because she was helping me. So I couldn't like just have her helping me blindly. Like, I needed to pay it forward, like help with the bills, make sure everything was paid for. It was a lot of stress, but I didn't even think about it because I was so young. I had a lot of energy.
Yeah, I want to backtrack a little bit. You said you were 16 when
Yeah.
you first got pregnant. What grade were you in?
I was, oh my God, I think I was a junior.
What was that like, being in school and having to come back to school?
It was embarrassing. It was like, I felt like everybody was looking at me like I was this whore. But I wasn't. Like, I really wasn't. I had one boyfriend. We hung out. We all of us were outside. Like, the term that we use now, we was outside. Because our parents all had full-time jobs. So we had more than enough time to get into as much trouble as we wanted to, because our parents, everybody worked. Right. So we had a lot of freedom. And when it happened, I hid it for a long time. I didn't even really know I was, first of all, I'm 16. I don't know my body like that.
Right.
I'm still learning my body. I did have my period, but then it was like on and off during my pregnancy. So I wasn't sure if I was pregnant or not. It wasn't until my friend, my best friend at the time, Margaret de la Rosa, she was the one, girl, you're going to take a pregnancy test and you're not leaving here until you take a pregnancy test. Because she wanted to know.
This teen mom story, yours in particular, the way you laid it out, sounds like the Saturday afternoon special, right? Do you remember the Saturday afternoon special?
Just Another Girl in the IRT.
Right, like that? The way she laid it out, like I didn't know. Yeah. And then I was getting my period. And then my friend told me, that sounds exactly like that. You know, what we used to watch on TV.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? And I was just experiencing. I didn't know that this was like a TV show or anything. I just was like, my body, I don't know if I'm pregnant. I was so skinny too. Right. I was like a toothpick. So I wasn't like gaining weight. I was just getting a little bit of like hips or whatever. And she made me take a pregnancy test and it came out positive. So now I knew I was pregnant, but I didn't know how I was going to tell anyone in my family, especially my mom. But my mom kind of already knew too.
Right.
Because she was like, why are you complaining about smells? I was complaining about like the smell of the
pregnancy
food,
stuff
the
was
chicken. And she took me to the doctor and she was like, I want to take you to the doctor for like a checkup. And I guess she had a side conversation with the doctor and was like, oh, you know, I want to know if my daughter's pregnant.
Nowadays, they wouldn't be able to tell your mother, but anyway.
Check those levels. Really, at 16? At 16? They can't?
No.
Is that
even
like
with
the
my
law?
son, sidebar, not to sidetrack, they make you leave the room and they'll ask them, like, are you having sex? Are you blah, blah, blah?
Which is so interesting. Yeah. Okay, let's get to you, Mary, because you
I was not trying to take this.
No, but we're there in the Saturday afternoon special.
Yes.
Right? And so we want to hear your Saturday afternoon story when it comes to being a teen mom and getting pregnant.
Okay. So I was a little bit older. I was 18, and I was in college at Fordham, which is a Jesuit university, so I was absolutely shamed and like side-eyed walking around the campus being pregnant. And I did know my body at that point. And so I'm not like, your story is interesting because I know a lot of people are like, I was still getting my period and pregnant. For me, it was like no period right away. And then it was like pregnancy test. And so I was scared to tell my parents too, but I was living on campus at the time. So, you know, I think I was like at 3 months along or something when I finally was like, all right, I'm going to have to tell my parents. And so my daughter's father was the one that, because he was like, you're a punk, you're not going to tell them, whatever. So he goes upstairs and like, you know, comes back out in like 5 minutes. And I'm like, he didn't tell, there's no way. And then when I went back up, you know, so my mother was angry, of course. And my dad was just really disappointed. And it's funny because in another episode, you had said your dad was like your person, both of you, and like how you really never wanted to let your dad down. And for me, that's totally the case. And like my dad has never hit me in his life, rarely even yelled at me. But that disappointment like really cut deep. So like when he was like, I'm just really disappointed, like I was like kill me now, you know? But I don't know. I just kind of felt like I was gonna figure it out. And like real talk, we're gonna have to block Bree's dad from this, and maybe Bree, by the way.
We're blocking a lot of people.
We got a list of people to block.
The block list is like incessant.
Right.
Okay.
So
it must keep growing.
Right.
Okay.
So this will be a safe space. I knew all along that I was not going to make it with her dad.
Right.
Like for many reasons, right? Like he didn't have a real job. He, you know, whatever. Like we just were not compatible. And two Aquariuses don't work. Anyway, so I knew it was not going to happen with him, but I was like, I'm going to just figure it out. Me and my baby going to be fine and whatever. And so, yeah, that was
She said, me and my baby, we going to be all right.
And that was literally, thank you for picking that up, because that was what was in my head.
You know, it's always the soundtrack.
Yeah.
For both of you, right, was the decision to have the baby just something that you always knew, or, you know, did you struggle with that decision about whether you were going to keep the baby or not?
I did struggle with it, but then I'm like, well, what, like, after a while, just it was too far along, and I was like, what am I gonna do? Like, I can't, like, if I was going to make a choice about that, had to be within the first 3 months.
Right.
And it was like those first 3 months, I was like delusional. Like I was living in Delulu land, like not even think. I was like, I'm not pregnant. I'm not pregnant. But I was. And the symptoms were showing, and I was eating a lot more. I was getting a little thicker, but I didn't really think I was pregnant. Like, for some reason, I was like, I can't be. Like, not me, because I was still getting my period, and I just wasn't, until my friend, like, kind of snapped me out of it. And she was like, I was still smoking weed. Still. I'm sorry.
I'm
but
like, don't
I
let
think
your
that's
son
why
hear
my
that.
oldest is... No, he knows. So, me and my oldest, we have our heart-to-heart, one-to-one. So he knows,
My mom smoked weed when she was pregnant with me.
My 23-year-old is, he's a pot connoisseur, he likes to call it. So I'm like,
he burns.
is it, huh?
He burns.
He burns, yeah. And I think that's what, because when I was pregnant, the first 3-4 months, I was like, I didn't,
no.
My
mother claims that was the only thing that helped her morning sickness when she was pregnant with me. But I'm like, maybe this is why I can't keep a thought for long.
No, it could be that. My mother smoked cigarettes. Like, I mean,
I've seen that. Like in our era, when we were younger, I would see other pregnant women. They were smoking cigarettes in the 90s.
She still blows secondhand smoke in my face.
Yeah,
oh,
like
wow.
It's still like, I'm like, can you stop smoking?
Yeah. Smoking is bad, everyone. We are not advocating.
Yeah, we're not advocating for smoking. We're just saying this is what happened.
Yeah,
this is why we may be a little disjointed, right?
Right.
Maybe.
But it's interesting that you say that your son knows this, and you talk to him about these things. I tell Kayla all the time. I had 2 abortions scheduled, girl.
Yeah, I like to keep it real. Like, the truth might hurt. I don't, my son, he might not tell me if it hurt. I don't know. Like, I ask him, "Are you okay?" But he, boys also have that, like, wall up. Where they want to be, boys, and they don't want to show their emotions sometimes. So, I don't really know if he feels any type of way about it. He wouldn't tell me. He wants to protect me so much. Like, he doesn't want to hurt me by making me feel like I hurt him, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah.
Actually.
It's as your kids get older, right? You share more with them. Like, I would have never said that to Kayla when she was 7. She might have lost her mind. But now I'm like, girl. But then it's like, well, there was a reason why I didn't go to those appointments.
Right.
Yeah.
You were meant to be.
Right.
Yeah. Look how wonderful you are now.
Yeah, exactly. You're a blessing. I mean, if it wasn't for my kids, I always tell them, I don't think I would have gone as hard with what I'm doing now, or I probably would have gotten distracted with something else. That's even worse. So
it's funny. I have a friend that tells me every time I got pregnant and had a baby, something major would happen in my life, some benefit, like God would bless me with something.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do now because I'm not getting pregnant. So I'm like, how do I get this blessing? How do I get this blessing? Do I got to get somebody else pregnant?
I mean,
oh no, it's. I personally don't want to have any more kids, so that it's tough for me to date now because of that. Because I'm like, I already went through the tough times. I don't want to do that now in my 40s. Like,
yeah. And these men out here, it's weird. They want babies sometimes.
They do. They want babies.
Listen.
Sometimes.
I don't get it. I'm like, you got grown-up kids. What you talking about?
They want to try again. They felt the first ones know who they are. So you want to try again on an infant. You're going to end up doing the same thing. But that is another episode.
That is definitely another episode. And I have some stories for you. All right. Yeah. All righty.
I don't know. Well, I share your experience about being Delulu too. I literally felt like I was in a fog those first few months of being pregnant. And I did go back and forth on if I should, keep the baby or not. And I don't know. The spirit just always kind of called me to have her. Like, I really do feel like she was kind of meant to be, despite all of the... If I was really like being logical about it, then right? Like, knew I wasn't going to make it with her dad.
Right.
Was still in school, had no money, did not have a village. I didn't have a village.
Yeah.
I'm an only child. My parents couldn't wait my parents tapped out when I was like in 8th grade. No joke. They literally were like, the deli's up the block. That's where you're going to get all your food.
Yeah.
Don't ask us for no money.
Right.
Like, literally, it was, I had 2 jobs in high school. Like, that was how I got
That's what
everything.
I want. I want to follow that parenting.
Right.
Yeah.
We could never do that to our kids.
No, I can. I think that's where I'm going.
Try it now.
I said it just now. I was like, that's the direction I'm going.
I'm there, right now with my oldest. I'm like, you know what? I need to cut the leash because I'm always protecting, saving, fixing the problem.
It's actually better for them,
and it's enabling him to keep doing.
And it's making them not self-sufficient, right? Like, it's like, yo, you're gonna have to figure it out at some point.
And we're always gonna be moms. Like, no matter what, we will be the safety net regardless. But they have to feel like, oh my God,
I have to do this.
This has to and I think that it's this new gentle parenting that we've all kind of come into in this year, right? Like, there is no reason for me to be here with you guys today and for my son, who is 15, to text me, I'm hungry.
Right.
There is no reason.
And if you can Uber
there is no
some
reason.
food.
And that's my fault.
No. I believe that's voice.
my fault.
Another episode, my son FaceTimed me. The nanny's on my nerves and I want Wingstop. I was in the bathroom just right now. My son, whenever I leave, can we do this on our podcast?
Yeah.
I'm going to do this on our
Listen.
podcast.
You know, I don't want that.
I want to show you guys something just really quick. I want to see if he'll do it.
Hello?
What's up, Bubby?
What's up, Mom?
Every time I go out of town. No. You're on camera. You're going to be on the show. I'm asking you a question on the show.
Yeah.
Every time I go out of town, what do you stage? Be honest.
I don't stage anything.
What happens? When I go out of town, what do you seek? What do you do? Come on.
I either get sick or I have anxiety.
An emergency. An emergency?
Yep.
Every time mom is what? Now you're sick? All right.
Oh, wow.
Jay,
Give him his Oscar.
And I'm hanging up. I love you.
And the Oscar goes
Right.
to
That cough was so well timed.
that was a great cough.
But
Yeah.
I'm just
I need to
saying.
learn
But how
how to
does
talk
he
like that.
like
for
that?
my
Okay,
teens.
he is about to be 13 next month, and then my 14-year-old just sent me a long, and he's like Aquarius, exactly like Mary. He sent me a long paragraph talking about, I want to know the exact time you're home. I cannot take the nanny and Jay, both of them together.
Wow. But at least I love how he articulated himself.
And he
Yeah.
expresses his
Great.
feelings.
Right.
Because if we're doing this, you have no idea. Like, if
Oh my
we're
God.
really
Let's go.
doing this.
Let's go.
Oh,
Let's
my
go.
God. Phones are over
calling
there.
their son.
Please, we gotta get her phone. We want to hear it. We gotta
Let's
hear
see
it.
this. Let's see this.
But
This
my
is
kids are
great.
also in therapy,
Watch
so
this.
that's why they're good at communication.
Watch this. I'm not even going to pick up. Let's see. Come on, Core. He's not even going to pick up. He's sleeping. 15.
Did you already get him the food?
But he's no.
Okay.
But he's able to text me. He's hungry.
He might want the food, so
He's
he might
sleeping.
answer.
He woke up. Core.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
nothing wrong.
Did you eat anything?
No,
So it's the middle of the afternoon. You haven't eaten any food?
no,
What are you going to do for food?
I don't know.
Is there a refrigerator in your household?
No,
Excuse me?
no,
There's no refrigerator in your house. Is there bread?
no,
Is there cheese? Is there turkey, mayonnaise, lettuce? Are there frozen meals from Trader Joe in your refrigerator?
no.
All right, Corey, I love you. I'll call you back, okay?
You don't even know.
Okay? No, there's
Corey's about to have
Core.
ACS
You don't know
coming to
Right.
his house.
I'll call. Here's a better one. Is your adult sister home with you?
No.
No, she's not there. Where are you,
This is
Corey?
going left.
Where are you? Are you in your bed?
No,
Goodbye, Corey. Goodbye. I think
No,
he's doing
I
it on
know.
purpose now.
I think the lesson this week, he probably figured out he's
Well, at least they
on
pick
camera.
up. When I call my kids, I have to call like 5-10 times before they answer the phone and the
But
text.
see, are they older?
Yeah,
They're over
they're-
18.
yeah.
See, no, mine after like 2, my other son, he always answers. He's like my baby. I love him. My older child, I have to send him text. I'm gonna call one more time, and then just bring me all your shit out your room. And then,
Right, then-
miraculously,
He'll come.
He'll answer the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
See, I'm a demon though.
So we got to threat. Yeah.
well, I mean, I feel horrible because there's still the mother guilt, right? So I'm still like, oh, my baby's hungry. 'Cause
Same.
He had the nerve the other day to say,
Nah, you load up that
I
refrigerator.
know.
That's
Come
it.
on. He had the nerve to say that he only eats one meal a day. That he's not eating.
Who is he
right.
telling this to? Is he trying
His
to get you
sister.
arrested?
I think he is.
But
I'm
you got kids who'll do that.
But 15
I know.
years old, at 15, not only did I have like 2 jobs, I did not rely on my parents
To
for
eat.
food.
No,
But I just
really.
think that that's kids. My stepdaughter used to do wild shit like that. You hit me, girl. No, I
But
didn't.
see, with parents like we had, or at least like mine, if I were to dare do that, my mother would have really beat my ass.
Yeah, my mom used to be like, you gonna go with them.
Right.
So line
Exactly.
it up.
Call ACS.
When they come, pack it up.
See,
Yeah.
it's a Latin mom thing. Latina moms that we like, they'll have the food ready for you, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Like my mom, right there, that lady. I wake up and she would have breakfast done for me and the entire
House.
house.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we literally.
Well, you were blessed.
Yes, I did not have the same experience.
No.
But I didn't have a Latina mom. My
Oh.
grandmother was like that. My father's mother is exactly like that.
Oh wow.
But my mother is not like that at all.
Yeah.
You know, and so culturally is a little bit different, just
Right.
being mixed. 'Cause
Right.
It's
Yeah.
true. Like I don't have a Latina mother. So
Yeah.
I did not have that
Oh.
upbringing of like,
yeah.
you know, here's your food in the morning, which I know from being with my grandmother
Yeah.
that's how she held it down.
Same.
But
my
do-
grandmother on my dad's side too.
yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
So but I do want to talk
But
a
I'm
little
not
bit
like that
about
with my kids though.
Right. Well, because we're
Like, I'm not-
progressive.
I'll buy it, but I'm not making it.
Same. Yeah.
sometimes I'll make
Because you
it.
outside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we'll
she's
get to
still
the outside part.
We'll get to the
Yeah.
outside, right?
I've been waiting for that.
I was gonna say that just as like a, you know, that I don't want to say being a teen mom, right? Like you were younger, and I
Yes.
feel like because you guys were younger, you might not have been as enabling as I feel like older parents
Hmm.
are more enabling.
Yeah.
Do you feel like as a younger mom that I don't know, your parenting was a little bit less enabling?
I'll say this. As a young mom and having a mom and living with my mom while raising my kids, it was a struggle. Like it was like a power, like they didn't know who to listen to.
Okay.
Mm.
So Wella said it was okay, but mom said it wasn't. And dad,
I think I would have
Is out of
listened to
it.
your mom. I'm sorry. I just
you would have listened to
just by the virtue of you and her walking in today together,
Yeah.
she's the boss. I could
right.
just tell.
She's looking very boss-like over there.
Like you could tell the dynamic, right? Of
So,
like
yeah.
mother daughter. She's the boss.
Right. She's always the boss. Is whatever she
Right.
says. It's and so it was hard like to even have a say so with my
Right.
kids because she was like, no, we're doing it this way and that's the way and you know we have to do it like this.
But your
And
experience, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
Go ahead.
and then but on the other hand, I'm like, well, she does have more experience than me, so yeah, we're gonna do it her way
And I think it's interesting that one of the things you said in the beginning of this conversation was, well, I had a village,
Yeah.
right? Now, on the contrary, Mary, you said I did not have a village.
Mm-mm. I
So
had
you
the
didn't
opposite
have
of a
that
village.
experience.
It was
It's like-
just me, myself, and I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we will get into that when we come back because we are out of time for part 1.
Oh, okay.
Keep it locked for part 2, y'all.